Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We have a very exciting news to share with you. But before we go into it, we'd like to, bring history into bear. One would agree with us here that among the major languages or three major tribes in Nigeria, the Igbos have been grossly marginalized. History will tell us how badly marginalized they've been over the years and over time. Well, some group have decided to take the bulls by the horns. Of course, their marginalization have given rise to call for secession, Biafra agitation, and all that. But this particular group have decided to take the bulls by the horns. Don't forget that some months back, loans were collected in the name of Nigeria, and a particular group or particular region was conspicuously missing from being a beneficiary of those loans. Well, as I speak to you, this group have decided to take the bulls by the horns, and they are quite futuristic in their proceedings. But before we go into the news to find out how exciting this news is, I must say I think other regions too should look into this as well. Posterity as a way of reminding us if we don't do the right thing. We'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get to get notified as soon as we update our channel. All right, let's go straight into the news of the day. An Igbo group called Igbo Board of Deputies on Tuesday, they commenced legal proceedings against the federal government. That's federal government. That's FG. China Exim Bank. That's proceedings against these two guys. The FG, that's federal government, and China Exim Bank over what it tagged deliberate deprivation of the five Igbo states in Nigeria. The court action instituted at Ecowas, that's good. Ecowas court against the Nigerian government would commence on December 9 at Abuja High Court. That's one. It will start from Abuja first, then of course they'll move down to Ecowas. Let's continue. Don't forget that right now President Muhammad Buhari is not the president anymore in Ecowas. For Ecowas now, it has moved on to the Ghanaian president. But let's continue. A statement issued by Austin Okeke, spokesperson for the Igbo Board of Deputies, said the lawsuit was also filed at Ecowas court. This is in respect of the $22.7 billion loan, the proceeds of which deliberately deprived the five Igbo states of Nigeria. We delivered a letter of demand to China Exim Bank in Johannesburg, calling upon it to give an undertaking in the following manner. 1. Suspend the loan disbursement, or alternatively cancel the approval of the loan to the Nigerian government until such time as it has revised or amended the manner it intends to allocate the proceeds of the loan so as to include projects in southeast of Nigeria, which projects shall directly benefit the Igbos, and as a condition tie the loan repayment to the regions of Nigeria that inherit the project as Nigeria flounders and threatens to break up. Good, if you ask me. Very good. He now said, going forward, the Chinese government must ensure that all projects are valued and openly bid for, following international best practices to ensure standard quality and fair cost. This one is to avoid corruption. Let's continue. The group further berated the federal government for project cost inflation. The present Nigerian government is prone to project cost inflation, and future generations are not obligated to pay for fraudulently inflated costs, failing which we shall join China Exim Bank as a defendant party to the lawsuit against the federal government. We say so because we do not guarantee the repayment of these loans by the other federating units of Nigeria insofar as the deliberate discrimination against the Igbos in Nigeria persists. The Igbos are not beneficiaries of the proceeds of the loan and shall not participate in servicing and repayment of same as a matter of principle, fact, and law. The Igbos shall not be held liable for these loans, not now and in the future. We will not mortgage the rights and the interest of our future generations for something they neither partook in nor benefited. We have initiated a court proceeding against the federal government of Nigeria, China Exim Bank, and others. The matters remain unopposed to date. Wow. But let's quickly hear what Nigerians are saying concerning this very quickly. Then we will analyze this. Honestly, this is the first good news I've heard in a very long time. I will say this because I could remember during the disbursement of this loan, Southeast was conspicuously missing among the beneficiaries. And I say this, if you call this Nigeria one Nigeria and you conspicuously avoid giving Southeast any money for any project, and when it's time for repayment in the name of one Nigeria, Southeast also will pay. It's not fair. But let's hear what Nigerians are saying. So I say, I just hope it's not an avenue to grab the attention of Buhari for patronage. We have seen so many groups using the Igbo name to advance their selfish cause, leaving the Igbos gasping for breath. If this is sincere in this, then count on the full support of the Igbos. Okay, this is say thanks to the board. May grace and God bless you the more, please. Amen. This is saying that's a good move. The case should be pursued vigorously and ensure that justice is done. Enough of this rubbish. This one here is saying another move is wrong to take Panadol for another man's headache. Oh, but this one is a good move, he said. Well, but let's continue. Now let's look at this very critically. Now, if you hear the rules or the condition for this loan, is very interesting. It's a one. We will not pay. I'm quoting them. They said the Igbos will not pay for or do not do any loan repayment for any loan they neither benefited from. Another, would they put their children or their generations yet unborn in bondage over a loan or project they never benefited from? That is good to put it in writing and put it, let it be in law, so that when it comes to repayment, they say there was a time this suit was filed and it was unopposed. That's one. Two, the fact also that they have also let the Exim Bank know that Nigeria is on the verge of disintegration, or probably if not disintegration, there might be issue of restructuring where regions will now become autonomous. If that happens, then let every region, based on the benefit you have gotten from the loan, pay. Peter should not be made to pay for what Paul have done. If they say they have given rail, let rail begin to generate the money that it has gotten from. And the regions that benefit from the rail, they should begin to pay for it. One, which also means by default, all Nigerians should be up and running so that any loan they've collected and they want to inflate projects in the name of corruption, Nigerians should rise. Because if you do not rise and question the cost of this project, generations and generations unborn will pay for what they did not benefit from. Look at the rails we're talking about. How many millions were spent in dollars? And yet the rails have not been, the trains have not even lasted up to 9 months. Moratorium is still there. And it's not even up to 9 months, and they're saying that these trains are supposed to be modern days train. It's not possible. The older ones are even more viable. The ones in the days of Jonathan are even more viable. The new ones who have collected millions of dollars tied to a loan that we have not even started doing repayment on. Now, if you ask me, this is good one coming from the south is going forward. Because if eventually what they're agitating for comes true, so are they going to now hold them? Say, come and pay for the loan that they didn't benefit from? And they're saying, look, if two things are involved, it's either you halt the payment, or better still, you reverse the agreement, or better still, you ensure that the Dindiwos are not meant to pay a kobo. Whatever loan you have given to them, ensure that the Dindiwos are not involved. If restructuring takes place, I'm afraid all those people who enjoy this will have to start thinking of how to pay them back. Because yes, you have collected the Exim Bank loan. They say they've given this. Up to that, I don't think they've started even disbursing the loans. So if you ask me going forward, this is a very good one. I also think also the Southwest should look into this matter as well. All those loans they said is going to be for this, for that. The Southwest should begin to look on the days of bidding. Let those bidding for the loan, bidding for the project, let it be done openly so that you can decipher those who's going to do it fraudulently or those who are going to do it genuinely. Because should be standard projects Not tomorrow, the ones we hear some of our ministers say that they're owing for projects that have already been executed, and yet the project itself is already in a terrible state. Honestly, Nigeria needs divine intervention and rising up of fellow Nigerians to demand for change in status quo. But that's going to wrap it up. To me, I think this is good coming from the southwest, southeast. Going forward, I think other regions should also looking into some of these loans and how they're being disbursed. I'm going to wrap it up. Let's meet in that conversation. What's your take on this one? Already it's in Ecowas, which means at least if it's not going to be done properly in Nigeria, Ecowas should be liberal enough. It can even take it forward from Ecowas to other international courts.